Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here, hi.
Kimmy here.
Maui here. He's actually purring a lot,
Maui.
and he loves to come visit me. He's so cute. But he's like, why am I not facing you? I got to face my mommy. So this episode, I want to know where May is, because she was
too.
MIA last time with blood on Sonara's balls. That was not cool.
It doesn't sound.
It doesn't sound good. I have to make fun of that, but May better be okay, because I'm just assuming she is, and if she's like dead, I don't think they would just leave it like that though, because I would be so upset if they killed May off, but she needs an epic death if she's going to die, and her and Colson have to still hook up and get together, because it's been a long time
They
coming.
have to be together. They need to really drink together, and they need to be together. They need to go get away from this place and just be.
Oh, definitely.
And good news is we saw Fitz.
That's right.
We saw Fitz.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully it's Fitz, and it's not like the
Doppelganger.
framework was.
Yeah, I don't
Now they're
know.
bringing people from the framework out into the real world. Oh no!
please,
I mean, anything's
no,
possible
no.
with Marvel.
The framework.
I do like the season so far, though. The sci-fi kick is fun. It kind of, not that I've seen Star Trek, but it just, you think I'd say Star Wars, but it reminds me more of Star Trek for some reason. And I don't know much of it besides the movies we've seen. I know Captain Picard. I've seen parts of like Star Trek with Tom and Freddie are brothers, but it just gave me more of that feel with the Kree.
Yeah, like it's close.
vibe.
The low ceilings, and it's just everyone's together, and it's just
That's
so
right,
dismal and
The
gosh, these
politics
people,
and just the, I don't know what it is, honestly, but there's a feel that makes you think of Star Trek. But it's not good. So Cassius, he doesn't even want to be there, and he wants to destroy the whole place if he can get off that.
He wants to
Get off
ruin
the
the
ship.
station.
Station.
Mhm.
So that's not good either.
That's not good.
And what is Sonara's deal? Because she seems really close to Cassius, and she doesn't, like, she gets, like, kind of, I mean, I don't know their culture, really. I mean, we see them now and again in movies, but, like, how intimate they seem sometimes. Like, she gets really close and personal with him. So I don't know if it's, like, a jealous thing when other girls are involved, like how, or just a power play, like how funny she gets with Simmons, like she kind of plays with her a little bit with just, like, smirking at her.
Or it could be just like a bodyguard kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, maybe they just have a good friendship or something. I don't know, but it's.
No,
I feel like there's more there.
Kind of
real close friendship.
Yeah, something like that. But hoping May's okay. I'm
I
really
hope
worried for her.
be.
She better be.
She better be.
She better be.
I know, and Mac going through all that.
I love
last
Mac so
episode
much.
with the package,
It
and
was really hard for him. I mean, going through the
Yeah.
framework, and it's good that they follow through with their emotions. I mean, they go through so much every season, but it's cool that we see what happened in previous seasons, like, affect them now
yes,
as well. As sad as it is with
Tremendously.
Mac, because that's so sad about Hope. I'm glad he has Yo-Yo with him to actually like help talk him through it, but it's still
he has
terrible.
someone to go through this with, and she's going to stick by him. And there's Daisy. Let's see what happens with her.
I know, her poor blood, like she's
of
getting
course,
freaking blood drained again.
Oh my God, again.
It's terrible.
Everyone wants Daisy.
So last week's episode was called A Life Earned. So what do
Okay.
you think that means, a life earned? The baby? Maybe? Or maybe
The baby, or
I don't know.
Daisy's life earned?
Daisy's life is earned because now she's giving her DNA to.
That's right. Blood.
He's selling it off to bidders, apparently.
Mm-hmm. And we're watching on Netflix today. 5:05.
Oh,
I'm still here. Ah.
the teen.
I'm gonna take full responsibility.
And then they're gone. So no one even knew. Oh, now they're coming, see? So it was a different...
Oh.
Oh, crap. So he's taking the... Poor Fitz.
She wants revenge for Talbot.
Then it just disappeared. Like your friends.
Why don't you go look
We've
for
read your
them?
dossier, Fitz. It's impressive.
Who the hell is in charge here?
Well, it's not General Talbot, since Agent Johnson put a bullet in his head.
That wasn't her. That was an LMD.
Is that the one that killed Dr. Holden Radcliffe
Yes.
and Jeffrey Mace?
No, I'm responsible for that death.
Don't get in your Fitz. No. Caged again.
Oh, I hate it.
Time to get up. On your feet. Get up.
God.
Where's Phil Coulson?
I don't know. I am more than happy to pay for my sins, but I honestly do not know where they are.
Doesn't look too bad. Gotta keep moving.
Nice.
Why you do it?
His intel on Radcliffe Space panned out, so he's helping us. And he's our only chance of finding the others.
I love his telling marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's a free cat. What the fuck? I'm not a referee. I ain't doing anything.
I know, you're like by yourself, and he's letting all his anger out on that.
I love his energy.
He's gonna go crazy.
Oh, jeez.
No more thinking.
It was probably the right one, too.
Okay. They were abducted by aliens.
That's it.
Can't go in there without authorization.
Your attorney is here.
Get those cuffs off my clothes.
Hunter!
Oh my god. That's Hunter.
When did you get off on calling Liverpool a bunch of wankers?
Well,
What?
you never win anything then.
Well, at least we're not trying to buy our way back to glory.
Hey.
Maybe I should have just thrown them out and left you here. Too late.
Aww.
They're serious about their side.
Oh, but I'm surprised.
But I'm going to need you to smuggle it in piece by piece. So if you could visit 3 times a week for a month, then
I
then
think
should
it's gonna
have
happen now,
more to
Fitz.
do.
Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Did they hear that?
Shall we go?
Don't tell him anything.
Your coded message didn't have an escape plan, so I had to come up with one of my own. The best getaway pilot money can buy.
Uh-oh, which is not a lot. Ah!
Oh boy!
Oh my god.
No way they
Could have paid
died!
more. Grab the vehicle.
Oh my
behind you.
god.
Okay, get away on the ground.
Go.
God, the guy just
Got
killed
their
himself.
attention.
Wait.
Walter White's in the back.
The last thing
That's
they'll
a
be
little
thinking is that two
familiar.
ex-S.H.I.E.L.D. agents will be stupid enough to try and escape in this well.
Apparently we are.
See? It's even got cloaking.
Cloaking. Ooh.
It's the strangest thing I've ever heard. Except for the sexy robot that you made that became human once you stick the old floppy in a love drive.
Can we not talk about
Floppy. Stick your floppy in.
this? How are things with Bobby?
Good. We're 100% compatible.
Why is she
50% of the
gone?
time. Nearly got married again until the ninjas showed up.
The only real clue we have is a Ben Deary English ale truck.
Chasing a beer truck. I like this plan. Do we get to plunder it when we find it?
No, it vanished. He can tap into surveillance.
Yep.
Where is it?
At the back, behind the margarita machine and the ferret cages.
Cage's margarita machine.
Same one. The exact same truck.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody bloody hell. Got you now.
That was fast.
He
Wow.
knows you're there.
I've been expecting you.
What? No, we're here to surprise you, so act surprised.
Earth year 2091.
2091.
Where is this? What's happening? No.
They were needed there.
Look, there's only so much crazy talk I can take before I start shooting holes in it.
Why didn't you take me?
I love Hunter. He just...
You were going to take me to whoever or
Wow, Fitz.
whatever this year is.
Yeah, Hunter's like,
Or
who
your
is this guy?
future ends now.
There.
It's gonna be the child.
Search every room they were here.
Oh.
You must be Robin. Friends with Daisy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, she paused though. She remembers.
But it's not S.H.I.E.L.D. tech. It's a child.
Oh, he's gonna drop the apple?
Quiet type, eh? Wish you could teach Bobby that. Get a drink in her and she's like a wind-up doll. You can't...
Here for us.
You're here for us.
You're coming with us. The girl
Breeze.
too. So don't
I
even
don't
think
think
about
so.
trying to run away.
Huh. What?
We just lost a half
Did you see what I saw?
What is it?
Unknown.
Who built it?
I know.
Unknown.
So what happened?
Unknown.
Huh. He just trusted that much.
Every time he touched someone, he and that person would have a vision of an impending death.
Yep.
Yeah, it must have been torturous.
You two are so perfect for each other, it makes everyone a little bit nauseous.
Maybe it's trying to protect her. I think that's why they left me behind. I think because I'm too much of a risk to them.
No, it's not that. You weren't on the list.
You're the brains.
What was the one that kicked you off the guest list?
Because you have to save them.
She already knew he was going to ask that, so she was drawing a picture.
Ooh, blood. Who's dead? Is that May? It better not be.
So they
to say it, but
confiscated it.
we're gonna have to bring back in.
Oh boy.
See?
This afternoon, we're here to fix a hole in the wall.
We're the ones who did it.
You break it, we fix it, and charge you the military markup.
Nice accent.
Good.
You're good.
Clear. Know where you're going?
Oh, yes.
Back of our hands.
Whoa, careful. It's extremely volatile and unpredictable. Let's do it.
Ferrets?
Okay.
No.
Release the ferrets.
Punch.
Oh,
Good punch.
to have them on base
for
is
the trains
crazy.
and
Oh,
vents.
yeah.
We're not gonna need a truck.
The jet. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Woohoo. Meant to be.
Yowza.
Brought everything from S.H.I.E.L.D.
What the hell's going on here?
Oh boy.
Ice.
Oh, they're so fast.
Yeah.
I'll hold them off here and close the doors.
Shouldn't you do the technical and all?
Do what he says.
Oh boy.
Woohoo. Keep forgetting how huge it is. Yay.
I don't trust you anymore.
You're demoting us?
No.
Oh my god! Oh, wow.
Cleaning crew.
Oh
my God.
What the heck was that all about?
Oh, good old Mac.
Oh
I
yeah.
love his weapon.
Gonna sleep for 74 years.
That is the most insane idea in our history of insane ideas.
Yep. We'll orbit a planet hidden safely away from Earth until he wakes up.
Oh, great, that's brilliant.
Are you ready?
And what are the other health risks?
We'll look after those two. Bobby could use a good cause.
Thank you, Lance Hunter.
Just make sure he gets back, okay?
Aww.
No.
Right. Okay.
Hopefully things will reset and they can
Now he won't let go.
still see each other.
That'll be a nice cue.
I love you.
Oh. God. No side effects?
Hey,
Hello.
old friend.
Rise and shine.
Gonna be sick.
While you were asleep, I had time to put a plan in motion. For facing off against some of the most ruthless mobsters, monsters, and mercenaries in the galaxy.
I should have told you that before.
And you.
Have it in me.
Oh boy.
Don't end it there. No.
Of course.
Maybe he's gonna do icicles or something.
Icicles.
This is gonna be his power.
Now it's embedded in him since he was asleep. Wow, it keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Oh, yes,
So he
it
was
does.
frozen all that time.
Yeah, and
Oh,
good thing
sure.
he trusted Enoch. I mean,
That's
it
right.
could have went either way anyway, but you know, Robin was the key.
Mhm.
And
I
he-
know
Right.
Robin.
Yes.
It felt so long ago now to see that,
Oh,
but
wow.
Mm-hmm.
she really is helpful. She really can help predict the future. I mean, hopefully Fitz now can save his friends.
Hope
The
so.
fact that they had a prophecy to fulfill, like, it just sucks that they couldn't even be warned. They were just kidnapped and
Yeah,
pushed
yeah.
into this, like forced into this.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah.
why did they have to go and now Fitz has to save them in order to save the world? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Talbot's right-hand person, those people that were working under Talbot, apparently they were working under a corrupt government or a person or not even government. It
That
was
shocked
just
me.
corrupt.
None of
That's
us
bad.
expected
Goodness,
that.
just those- no, I didn't
I mean,
either.
my mind always goes in a bad place with betrayal because of all the stuff we've seen. I just
Oh my
like
gosh,
this
yeah,
show,
all of
a
a
lot of
sudden.
shows we watch, movies, like
Yeah.
crazy things happen, and there's always a lot of twists in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And for a brief moment, when they were sitting there and she's like, "You guys have failed me too many times," or something. And then right when she's like, "Oh, are you demoting us?" I'm like, "Could she do something worse?" I don't know. Like
I
I
thought
kind
she
of
was
had a
gonna,
moment.
put him in jail or something.
Yeah, I was having a moment of she's going to do something wrong that's not right, like something that we wouldn't expect. But I didn't think she was going to
You didn't
flat out
expect that.
execute
No,
them
Yeah,
right
or like she's gonna
there.
turn into
Yeah.
someone else.
Oh
rip
my
I
the
mean, they're
face
gosh,
just
off him.
sitting there and they're unarmed and they're
Yeah,
open.
right.
They don't even think you're going to. It
Didn't
sucked.
care. Didn't care.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
and what
this was
happens
quick.
if Fitz did find something? Was he going to be another, just another victim too? Okay, you gave us what we need to know, and we're going to kill you.
Sure, yeah.
So
Maybe.
it's,
So
it's
thank
good
God he
that he
escaped.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
And it was great to see Hunter. That was a fun
Oh,
surprise.
Hunter,
That
great.
was
Yes, that was
great.
great.
I was
Yeah,
sad
like
about we
Hunter.
didn't see Bobby, but
Yeah.
You know,
fantastic with Hunter. We love Hunter.
we love our fans, and you guys always engage us a lot. I love it, especially in this show. And we did have a couple people say long ago, that finale with Hunter and Bobby, that was so sad seeing them leave the show.
That's right, yeah.
It was that bar scene.
Oh,
I was
God, yeah.
crying the whole time.
I was
Yeah.
too. Like, it
Me
was
too, me
terrible.
too.
I mean, it was a very emotional scene. And we heard that they had another show to do a pilot, and then that never...
Well, it fizzled out, right?
Yeah, it just fizzled out, and it
Oh, it
never
did.
became a show. So we were told by a couple fans that that was it for them, that they weren't going to come back. And what a fun surprise. So I guess
That
you guys
was
said that
very
on
good
purpose
surprise.
and saw this and just said that so he didn't have any idea. So hopefully Bobby will come back at one point too.
Oh,
I mean, maybe it was
wow.
just this one time with Hunter, but it was cool to see him and the relationship he
was.
had with his friends. I mean, for him to say "I love you" and we were
Yes, yeah.
giggling, but he meant it. Like he really
He
did. They were
does.
family. They all were.
Yeah, that was his
Oh,
mate,
that's cute.
his good friend. And how great
Yeah.
was it to have Fitz doing those encrypted messages to Hunter through that magazine?
So smart.
Oh, that's right. Isn't that something?
Never
Yeah.
ceases to
Yeah,
amaze.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I was wondering, maybe in hindsight, thinking that they were trying to beat those aliens to the restaurant, and they knew that they were there and kidnapped them, but they wanted answers. So they wanted Fitz to figure that out so they can find them, because maybe they want the apocalypse to happen. Maybe they want Daisy. Maybe not. Could be just
Probably
coincidence.
do you mean Enoch's crew or the other people?
The people that were that had Fitz jailed.
Oh.
And if they were trying to intercept or get ahead of Enoch's group before they took
Yes.
the other people, before they took the
Right.
rest of the
Oh, wow,
agents.
yeah.
Yeah, and maybe that military leader that killed the other two, maybe she's really, not Cree, but maybe something, a friend of the Cree that doesn't want the prophecy to happen, and throw this monkey wrench in there and foil the plan.
Yeah, maybe it's all
S.H.I.E.L.D.
tied
Who knows?
together or something.
Yeah,
Who knows?
maybe.
I mean, for her to
Let's
just
see.
shoot those two agents
Yeah, just like that.
point blank
Yeah.
like that, like, you're no use to me. Who does that? So
Yeah.
I feel like she knew what was
Corrupt.
going on, and she wanted information, like, for Fitz to figure it out, because she has no other way to do it, and he's so smart. So, and then he couldn't do it, so she was mad. I don't know. Or
Yeah.
maybe it's just a
Yeah,
coincidence that they're all this happened at the same time. But why?
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
Talbot's, assistant there or whatever she was so furious with Talbot's, attempted murder that she was just, I'm out to get them, and I'm going to do whatever I can, to get
yes.
Daisy.
Yeah, and to
And-
execute her own, though. It's like, that's like bad. That was like,
That was
just
really
like,
a surprise.
yeah, so that's not good
Wow.
news there. So now Fitz, he actually took the long way, to be frozen so many years later. I mean, what a big risk too, because I know they, like Enoch had mentioned that they had a ship particularly for this, where you can like be frozen and then we'll awaken you when the time is right.
25
So
years later.
you have different
74.
species. Who knows
Yeah.
what kind of health risks you would have too with that? I mean, going through a monolith, who knows what kind of risk you would have with that as well. So it's kind of neat though that it wasn't as easy as him just teleporting and ending up in the same time. Like he had to find a
like
different
beam me
course
up,
of
Scotty.
action. So that was neat to
That's
know that
right.
there was challenges with that too. That it's really complicated. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
it's
has
like
to get physically fit or whatever. He has to do train to fight off a whole bunch of warriors to get
yeah,
to
because
where
it
his
seems like
friends
that
are.
might be a thing now where, I mean, he's amazing. He has been amazing, but from what he was in the beginning of the series to now, I mean, even
Oh,
Hunter
yeah.
was like, oh my God, like Hunter saw a darker side of him, unfortunately, because of the framework. Like, we know Fitz is a good person, but he was manipulated in the framework. Like, even though it gives you alternate decisions and different events can change you, he wasn't really making those decisions, but things were already aligned for him to be a certain way to kind of push him more into these decisions that he made in the framework.
Oh, yeah.
And now he still is questioning his own person, because before the framework, he wasn't like that. And now he's kind of embracing this darker side of him, and it is part of him now because it did fully change him. Like, even though it was in a computer, he did feel it and he believed it, and we're really seeing that now with him fighting and stuff. Like, even though he has always been brave, like he really jumps in now and just went full on shooting these people.
He does,
And the
and
night gun, but
yeah, and the goal is to get his friends, aka his family, back. He'll do anything to get them back, and anything for Gemma. And
Definitely.
so
Oh,
he's honing in on the negative of what he did and what happened through the framework, but now he's using it to get to the positive, to get to his friends.
This guy, yeah.
I agree. I mean, if he does have to fight, because it seems like that's where it's going now. I didn't see it going that way. I thought, like, because he was there and in front of the Kree, and then with Daisy right there, right? Like, they had all these higher ups there, and for
That's
him
right,
to just
yeah.
walk up and say something so
Yeah,
forward.
it looked like he was a
Right,
bitter over.
Yeah, I thought he'd be a
fighter.
higher
Oh,
up
yeah.
and not a fighter. So for him to be a fighter, though, even though he is like more skilled in combat than he was, and with his mentality, with him being stronger and more fierce from the framework, I just don't see him going up against a brutal foe that has superpowers or just a super strong alien or something. So hopefully that's not the case, and we're just reading that wrong. I mean, he seemed pretty determined there, like, oh, I can handle it or whatever he said, but
Oh, boy.
I don't know. I mean, that's going to be pretty
Right.
impressive and dangerous, and hopefully he can save the day,
Oh,
whatever
boy,
that
I
may
hope
be.
so.
I know they have to stop Daisy, but like, why does she even do that? Does she just lose control? Does the Kree make her do that? You know, to destroy the world?
And they have to get away from this guy, Cassius. They have to get away from him. They want to get away from this whole lighthouse. They want to get to the surface of the Earth. You know, who knows what their plan is going to be. I'm really hoping that
That's right, yeah.
they can all come together and kind of like, maybe Ben can help them read each other's minds around.
That would be
Yeah,
a good
that would be
idea,
helpful.
Yeah. That would be.
So
yeah.
many questions
That'd
as
be great.
always, guys. It is exciting
boy.
though. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
having a full episode on Fitz. I mean, he's been through so much, and here the poor guy's in jail again for how many months? At least 6 months.
6 months.
That's right.
Going
my
crazy
gosh,
and just
yeah.
studying, and thank God he didn't give too much information to them. You know, like he didn't know, he was stumped. So thank God for that. But now he's back
but
in the
it gave him
picture.
enough time to get to Hunter. And he was so funny. He's like, okay, you're going to have to come here 3 times a week and yada, yada. And Hunter's like, move over 2 meters and move over
That
here.
was great. I totally thought he was going to
Wow,
teleport.
my
Like, oh, I
goodness.
have this new technology now. It's pretty cool. The helicopter, like Hunter in the humor, like the humor in the show in general is great. But like when Hunter comes aboard, it's like even
My
more
gosh.
funny.
Yeah.
And how like he comes in, and goes, oh, we got the best helicopter money could buy, or best pilot. Like it's so bad that like this guy can't even fly a helicopter, or he's drunk,
Oh my
drunk
gosh.
up or something, and just like dies. And
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
money
wow.
that I can buy.
Yeah, it's like, well, you didn't even get a pilot at this
guess
point
not.
because he just crashed immediately. It's so
And
terrible.
then for them to go back to the base or whatever it was, and to go in there and break in there, you know, without any facial covering. I mean, you know, Fitz is a fugitive. I mean, he took off from there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And to go back in there was great with the ferrets.
Yeah.
Well,
And they were
turrets,
stealthy too, yeah, because they didn't. He was looking away, like he wasn't looking at the guy at the gate, you know, and yeah. So luckily they were able to get in there. They're stealthy.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, they are.
I love Hunter's accent too when he changed it. Oh, they're so talented in many ways. So yeah, Fitz, I want to see Simmons' expression because we didn't see her expression last time when we saw the big reveal with Fitz. So I'm curious.
That's right.
Maybe she shouldn't have one because if her boss is looking, if her master is looking,
Yeah.
Matthias,
that's true. Yeah.
he might be like, oh,
completely quiet and just
or his
don't
guard.
move. Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
And going back to
Sonora.
Bobby, we might see Bobby in the future if they go back to where Robin is and Robin's mom. You never know.
In the present.
We might see, in the present. We might see Bobby.
Never tell.
Yeah, that would be
That would
nice.
be good,
That's what I was
yeah.
kind of thinking
I'd
too,
like-
because it's sad right now, and if you think about it, it gets so complicated because we've never actually had that experiment before. But the way we try to perceive time, it's like, are there separate timelines? Like here, it is sad because Hunter isn't going to see Fitz for the rest of his life. Like he's going to be frozen till 70 plus years in the future, and at that point, it's going to be doomsday. Earth's going to be gone. You know, but at the same time, you know, you want if Fitz can save the day. I mean, that's one thing, and hopefully they can end up going back to their present time.
The original time, yeah.
That maybe none of this
so.
actually
Then that would be
happened,
a
but
thing.
it did actually happen and has to keep happening in order for the Earth to survive. So it kind of just makes you think, will things kind of reset in the same timeline over and over? Are there multiple timelines where certain things have to happen? You know what I mean? So in a different timeline, they will come back and
it might
Hunter
not
will be
cancel
there.
out. Yeah.
Because if it's in the same timeline, it might cancel it out, and then it might start over again. And So it's just kind of a fun concept to make you like really
It's
think.
mind-boggling
So
to me.
bottom line is they'll save the world, and they'll end up going back into their present and still see Hunter and hopefully Bobby in our present time.
Yeah, I hope so.
So
Yeah.
that'll be good. That's what we want.
That'd be good.
So I think we'll end it
Cool.
there. Very exciting. Very happy to see Hunter and Fitz. We'll see you very
Love it.
soon,
Yeah,
as always,
that's right.
guys. Bye.